I'd like to invite you to the commission hearing here. This is a new one for us, so bear with us, with Paul and I. We're going to do the best we can do and get through this. And I got one arm, so. And we'll go ahead and start off, I guess, with Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I guess to continue, a moment of silence to pray for the Lord up above and all those who can't be with us here today. And that we'll go ahead and call to order. If we skip something, Mark, let us know. Amanda, let us know if we're missing something. I guess first thing is approve the minutes from the last commission hearing.
I'll make a motion. We approve those.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we got a positive vote from the first and from the second. So minutes from the last meeting have been approved. And next we'd have public requests for discussion and action. Do we have any department heads or elected officials that would like to say something? Lisa?
Morning.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay.
This is just regarding commission order. It's on the agenda today, 2025-39, revising the personnel policy manual. I respectfully request that the commission order be clearer about the revisions that are made, because if we have to take a 70-page document toe-to-toe, there is no red line. It's unclear what's being changed. And if you want the elected officials to have buy-in and cast that vision with you, it would be good to know what is being approved. And I would greatly appreciate that.
Okay. You have any suggestions for it other than
Um,
explanation or?
Well, I do think there is a red line version. You know, the elected officials, we are mentioned in the personnel policy as being part of that drafting and review of these policies. If you would get input or at least let us know what those changes are so we know, and then maybe get, you know, just ask us, how do you feel about it? We understand that you ultimately have the decision to make, but having that buy-in would be paramount.
Okay. Yeah, we always invite the comments from our elected officials and from our appointed positions and department heads and from the public for that, in that regard.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. My understanding of this is we're looking at making a change because in our normal personnel, you had to wait X number of days and then you got access to your time. It was typically, what was it, 6 months. But then in our contract negotiations with the union, it was different. So we had to clarify that. We wanted them, you know, we want to be fair and impartial. So instead of taking away, because the way it was set up before for our normal personnel, you'd get this time after you were employed for 6 months, and then at the end of, I think it was a year or something, you'd get your normal allotment for the year. And then that time was not deducted away from your allotment for the year. It was kind of like an added bonus. And that only happens one time for a new employee. But in the union contract, the way it was written, which I think was correct in its writing, was that you still get that time after your 6 months. But then at the end of the year, you get your allotted time, but then that 6-month time is deducted from that total yearly allotment. So there's two differences there. One was a bonus for the employee and the other one is taking away, time from that allotment for the year. And that's, anyone could see the fairness is not where it should be there. So instead of taking away from the group, we wanted to err in just giving to the group. So we looked at, even though we felt the contract was correct, that in its writing and its intent, but we just figured we'd rewrite the contract to match what we're currently doing so that they wouldn't have a deduction from their time either. So that would be giving and not taking from anyone. So we figured that'd be the easiest and the fairest path. But we can look at it, Lisa, and if there's any, further questions, when we get to that, we can, I guess, look at tabling it or something and for further discussion. Or do you want to add something to that, Mark, where you can better explain it to Lisa's question?
Get to that point, table that commission or time being, and then I can circulate that draft among all the electeds and the heads, so they all know here's what's being revised. And if questions later, those. Once we get to that point, if we table it, I can send that same version that I sent to Lisa, I can send that to all of them so they understand exactly what's changed.
Okay, and give them some dedicated time period to get back with you. Then after that time period, we can go to the next commission hearing. Does that sound reasonable to you, Lisa?
Yeah. Yeah, I think as the commission order was presented, it was unclear. It wasn't unclear. It was unclear unless you had the previous and you were comparing the two documents, you didn't know what part per the commission order, what was being changed. Maybe if there were sections that you could point to in the commission order. I didn't come with a solution. I apologize. Other than that, just having some transparency among the elected officials as well. So we could have that buy-in.
But having the time period to come back with a comment, you think that will cover it then, you're concerned? We're giving.
Yeah, at least it's being changed because it ultimately affects how we will be operating. And I'm not saying that we would have been opposed to what was proposed. Yeah. We just would like to have an idea what we're going to be implementing.
All right, thank you. Any further public requests or discussion action? I know you're here, but and I was wrong. It's at 10:30, but you're more than welcome to stay, obviously. But that hearing is at 10:30. That's going to cover some of the stuff you're here for. No further. With that, we'll get into action items. First action item is Commission Order 2025-36. It's in the matter of a settlement of Franklin County Treasurer with the Franklin County Commission. What this is in regards to, the treasurer shall basically account for all school monies and funds of any and all kinds received by her, from whom and on what account, and in particular fund to which each said fund is going to be entered into.
I'll make a motion. We accept that.
Okay, we have a motion to approve from the first. I second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we have an aye from the first, aye from the second. So we pass Commission Order 2025-36 is passed. Commission Order 2025-37 in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a lease rate quote from Enterprise Fleet Management. It says for a 2024 Ford F-150 for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Is Sheriff here today? No. I would think that it'd probably be a 2025, wouldn't you think, Mark? Or can we just correct it to a 2025, or do you think we should leave it 20?
Yeah, if you look on the attachment, the actual from Enterprise is for a 2024 F-150 police responder.
Okay,
So it's a 24 mile.
so since it's a special
Yeah.
item, that's why it's a 2024 then. Okay,
So that is what they want. I'll make a motion. We approve that.
got a motion to approve from Commissioner Overschmidt in the first district, and I second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we have a positive from the first and from the second, so Commission Order 2025-37 is approved as written. Commission Order 2025-38 in the matter of approving and authorizing the purchase of a Cub tractor from Deere and Company for the Franklin County Highway Department.
Jimmy, got anything to add to that?
Yeah, come up here. Sorry, Jim. Morning.
Morning.
I might correct that slightly. It's a cab tractor.
Okay,
Not a
cab
Cub.
tractor.
It is a cab, and it has a side mount brush hog hydraulic arm attachment to it. It is for maintaining and mowing the right-of-way of our right-of-ways throughout the county. It's one of the tractors that we use and commonly replace about one tractor a year.
Was this already in, was this already in your budget for purchase this year, or was this something addition?
It was already in our budget this
Is
year.
already in your budget?
Yes.
So this is maybe something different than
Is
This
this
one was-
replacing one?
This is,
a replacement.
it's an additional tractor. We will probably at the end of the year auction one of our older ones off. But right now it's just going to go into the fleet, and we'll use the existing one that we have in the fleet till we get another one after that to replace it. So
And it was in the budget already.
this one was in the budget.
Okay. Any
Thank
further?
you, Jim.
And that is a source well number, so it is a state approved vendor and a state approved dollar amount.
Okay, so basically you're either matching or getting it off the state approved bid list.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion. We approve that.
Got a motion to approve from Commissioner Overschmidt in the first. I second it from the second and presiding. All in favor, say aye. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. So ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-38 is approved as written. Commission Order 2025-39 in the matter of adopting a revised employee personnel policy manual for designated employees of Franklin County, Missouri. I believe this is the one that you're referring to, Lisa. So you want to
We need to
motion to
discuss
table?
that anymore.
Huh?
Do we need to discuss that anymore?
I think what we would ask is that you table.
Just table, motion to table.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, I'll make a motion. We table that.
So we have a motion to table from Commissioner Overschmidt in the first. I second that. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. So Commission Order 2025-39 has been tabled until for further explanation or a chance of someone to comment on it for our department heads. Commission Order 2025-40 in the matter of authorizing a business associate agreement with Oxient Incorporated for the Human Resources Department. Is there anyone here from Human Resources that could speak on this?
Yes, hello, commissioners.
Oh,
Essentially, is that echoing? As our staff is aware, our health insurance has a third-party administrator. It's formerly was known as IPMG, merged with AMI. And with many mergers, there were a lot of growing pains where essentially AMI has dropped the ball on getting claims processed, as well as a number of other issues, not getting feedback from customer service, nobody answering phones. So this new company would come in, Oxient would be the new third-party administrator. They would take over what AMI was doing.
okay. And that's already a budgeted item you have in your
Mhm.
budget for that.
Yes.
Okay. Any further questions? Yeah,
Nope.
Commissioner.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ann. Got a motion?
I'll make a motion. We accept that.
Okay, we have a motion to approve from the first, Commissioner Overschmidt. I second that. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. So Commission Order 2025-40 has been approved as written. Commission Order 2025-41 in the matter of approving and authorizing the purchase of 4 dump trucks from Vanguard for the Franklin County Highway Department. Jim, did you want to touch on that or?
Yes, I will. Two of those dump trucks were line item budgets that were approved last fall for the 25 budget. Through a budget revision that we looked at and requested and was approved with the same budget dollars, we increased that to 4 dump trucks. So we have a total of 4 new dump trucks that we're requesting to be approved at this time.
Okay, when you say a budget revision and it was approved, so the approval went through where?
It came through the commission and through the auditor.
Okay,
We moved dollars between line items.
and do you know about when that happened or?
It happened about a week ago.
Okay, I guess I'm not.
And that was on just 2 of them? I didn't mean to.
4
Uh,
or 2 additional.
2
sounds like.
additional trucks to make the total order for 4.
Okay. I motion that we table this for further discussion.
I second that. I wasn't aware of the 2 that we are talking about right now,
I'm not
so
aware.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion to table from the 2nd district. And we have a second from the 1st district. And with that, we will go ahead and table Commission Order 2025-41 for further review. Thanks, Jim, for your. Commission Order 2025-42 in the matter of approving and adopting the proposed 2021 International Code Council Building Code Amendments. Do we have someone from the building division here that would like to speak on it? Any additional? No? Okay. Commissioner. From what it appears, since we have no one from the Franklin County Building Commission, it's to adopt the proposed 2021 International Code Council, the ICC, that used to be, I guess, the BOCA code. Building codes and amendments proposed, and it's for the clerk of Franklin County, which I guess you're just, I think he's back there. Just processing it, right, Tim, is what your part does?
Yes.
So it's basically just to adopt the latest, I guess, revision to that code. Doing a motion to,
I make a motion, we approve that.
I second that. We have a motion to approve from the first. We have a second from the second. And all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it. So Commission Order 2025-42 has been approved as written. Commission Order 2025-43 in the matter of approving the consent agenda and all items listed thereon. Set of therein.
I'm reading through
This looks like for 43. Okay. Says routine items referred to above involved either the issuance of licenses or the receipt of funds or the authorization of accounts payable. Okay. Okay, looks like liquor licenses for Ozark Viking, Washington Area Chamber of Commerce, Small Batch Winery, Good Times, Slushy, St. Francis Borgia Church, and Old Ozarkian Distillery. A motion.
I'll make a motion. We approve that.
I second. So we have a motion to approve from the first district, and we have a second from the second district. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. So Commission Order 2025-43 is hereby passed as written. Discussion items and reports. Do we have elected officials or any department heads who would like to discuss anything or with the commission or any commission discussion? Going once, twice. Okay. We have no years of service recognition. So you want a motion that we adjourn?
I'll make a motion. We adjourn.
I second that. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. We got a motion to adjourn from the first, a second from the second. And with that, we are officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Our next hearing, I believe, is at 10:30.